Right, so today we're going to talk about applying trig functions. So it's going to be talking about solving triangles, it's going to be talking about finding measures of angles, and then possibly applying that to some geometric and real life experiences. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the first example. All right, so in our first example, they gave us the measure of angle A in degrees and minutes, and then they told us that the length of C is 16, and we want to find little a. So just a reminder from geometry, whenever we name angles, we use the capital letter. And then, for example, opposite of big B is little b here, opposite big C is little c here, and opposite big A is little a. So anytime we talk about the letters, it's always opposite their capital letter. So in this case, the question is asking me to find A, and they told me that big A is 55 degrees, 55 minutes, and they told us that big C is equal to 16, okay? So what we're gonna do is circle the angle we know about. So we know angle A, so that's what I'm gonna circle. And then we wanna identify what is my opposite, what is my adjacent, and what is my hypotenuse. And so opposite is here, adjacent connects A to the right angle, and then the hypotenuse is opposite the right angle. So that means my opposite has a length of A. My adjacent, I don't know the measure of that, so I'm just going to cross that out, and then my hypotenuse is 16. Okay, so then we look at SOHCAHTOA, put it out here. And I want to ask myself, which one of these has opposite and hypotenuse in it? So hopefully you figured out that that was sine. So we're going to say that the sine of A is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse, which means if I substitute, I have the sine of 55 degrees, 55 minutes, is equal to the opposite, which is A, over the hypotenuse, which is 16. So either you could recognize at this point that we could multiply both sides by 16, or we could put this over 1 and cross multiply. And when I do that, I get 1 times A is A. Then I have 16 times the sine of 50 degrees and 55 minutes. So for some of you that have a forward-thinking calculator, so for example, if we talk about the square root of 81, to get that to be equal to 9, if you do the square root first and then the 81 and then the equal, that's called a forward-thinking calculator. If you do the 81 first and then the square root to get the 9, that's what I call a backward-thinking calculator. So a forward-thinking calculator, you're going to type it in just like you see it. You're going to say 16 times the sine button, and then remember, we're going to say this is 50 plus 55 over 60 because there's 60 minutes in a degree, and then press equals. If you have a backward-thinking calculator, then you're going to type in 16 times, then do the parentheses, 50 plus 55 over, sorry, this should be 55, shouldn't it? That is my bad. There should be a 55 here, here, and here. So it's 55 plus 55 over 60. Close that parentheses and then do the sign. And then don't forget to press equals because without equals, we don't get 16. I'm sorry, we don't multiply by the 16. So mine is a forward-thinking calculator. So I'm going to do, trying to get the right light here, I'm going to do 16 times the sine of 55 plus 55 over 60. Now you can use your fraction button or the divided by button. Close that, and we get 13.3. So notice it did say rounded to the nearest tenth, and so I looked to the right of the 2, and the 5 said make it bigger. All right, so if we take a look at the next example, what I want you to do is pause for a moment and figure out what angle are we dealing with, and then what measures do we know. So in our picture, we know that little a is equal to 9, and we know that big B is equal to 49 degrees, and we want to find B, little b. Okay, so the angle we know about is angle B. So I'm going to circle that and then deal with my opposite, my adjacent, and my hypotenuse. So the opposite of big B is little b. The adjacent connects it to the right angle. And then the hypotenuse doesn't touch the right angle. So in this case, the length of my opposite is what I'm looking for. The length of my adjacent is 9. And I don't know the length of my hypotenuse, nor do I care to know, so I can cross that out. And so then I'm going to ask with SOHCAHTOA, which one of these has opposite and adjacent in it? So take a moment to think about that. And so hopefully you saw that that's going to be tangent. So we would say that the tangent of B is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. So that means that we have the tangent of 49 degrees is equal to the opposite, which was B, over the adjacent, which is 9. And so again, you can either multiply both sides by 9 or put this over 1 and cross multiply. So I get 1 times B is B, and then I get 9 times the tangent of 49. And so again, if you have a forwards thinking calculator, you're going to follow what I do here. If you have a backwards thinking calculator, then you're going to do 9 times, and then you're going to do 49 tangent button, and then press equals. So in my case, I've got 9 times the tangent of 49 equals, and I got 10.4. And again, it said rounded to the nearest tenth, so 3 is in the tenths place, but the 5 were bigger, and so I went up. All right, so then if we take a look at another example, we've got, take a moment to plug in your values and see which function you would use. Are you going to use sine, cosine, or tangent? So we've got big B is equal to 64. We've got little b is equal to 19.2, and we're looking for the measure of little a. Finding a, right? So that means we're dealing with angle B, so that's the one I'm going to circle. So opposite big B doesn't touch B. Adjacent connects B to the right angle, so this one is my adjacent. And then the hypotenuse does not touch the right angle. And so we're going to say that my opposite is 19.2, my adjacent is A, and my hypotenuse, I don't know the length of, nor do I care to know the length of, so I'm going to cross that out. So then again, we're going to do SOHCAHTOA and figure out which function are we going to use. So hopefully you see that the one that has opposite and adjacent in it is tangent. So we're going to say the tangent of B is equal to opposite over adjacent. So that means that the tangent of 64 is equal to 19.2 over A. Now this one is a little different than the last one because I have my variable in the denominator. So again, I'm going to put this over 1. But when I cross multiply, I'm going to have A times the tangent of 64 is equal to 1 times, and that should be 19.2. So 1 times 19.2 is just 19.2. So I don't have the A alone yet. I've got to divide both sides by the tangent of 64. Okay, so if you were doing a forward-thinking calculator, you're going to do 19.2 divided by the tangent of 64 equals, and we get 9.4. If you have a backwards thinking calculator, you're going to do 19.2 divided by, and then 64 tangent, and then press equals, and you should get to the same value. All right, so let's try one more example. So see how far you can get in this problem. First, determining what function you need. So we've got B is equal to 14, big A is 16, and we are looking for little c. So that means that I'm dealing with A. My opposite is going to be down here. My adjacent connects it to the right angle, and the hypotenuse doesn't touch the right angle. So if we do opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse, the opposite has a length of A, but I don't care about it. I don't know the length, nor do I care to know. My adjacent has a length of 14, and my hypotenuse has a length of C. And so when I talk about SOHCAHTOA, which one of these has adjacent and hypotenuse in it? So hopefully you can see that that would be cosine. So we're going to say cosine of A is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So that means that we have the cosine of 16 is equal to 14 over C, and C is what we're looking for. So again, that C is in the denominator, so I'm going to put this over 1 and cross multiply. So I have C times the cosine of 16 is equal to 1 times 14. So if I divide both sides by the cosine of 16, then I'm going to do just that. So I'm going to have 14 divided by, and then either forwards thinking it's cosine of 16, or backwards thinking it's 16 cosine. Then press equals, and we get little c is about 14.6. All right, so I am going to pause it here, and then the next video is going to start in the next section of the homework.